नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तन्तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। भगवद्गीता अध्याय 2 श्लोक 21। वेदा विनाशिनं नित्यं य एनमजमव्ययम् कथं स पुरुषः पार्थ कं घातयति हन्तिकम्। Read the Bhāshya. तत्र केचित् पंडितं मन्या वदन्ति जन्मादि षड्भावविक्रियारहितः अविक्रियः अकर्ता एकोऽहमिति एकोऽहम् आत्मा इति न कस्यचित् ज्ञानमुत्पद्यते यस्मिन् सति सर्वकर्मसन्न्यासः उपदिश्यते तन्न न जायते इत्यादि शास्त्रोपदेशानर्थक्यात् यथा च शास्त्रोपदेशसामर्थ्यात् धर्माधर्मास्तित्वविज्ञानं कर्तुश्च देहान्तरसम्बन्धिज्ञानं चोत्पद्यते तथा शास्त्रात् तस्यैवात्मनः अविक्रियत्व अकर्तृत्व एकत्वादिविज्ञानं कस्मात् न उत्पद्यते इति प्रष्टव्यास्ते। So, केचित् पंडितं मन्याः, some people who call themselves panditas, they are the mīmāṁsakaः or karmatāः. According to them, Vedas enjoin only karmas. Karmas are the only purport of Vedas. And there is nothing called Atmajnana. They argue that I am avikriyah atma, aham akarta atma. This kind of a jnana does not arise. Therefore, one can never be free from kartrutva. If one can never be free from kartrutva, one can never be free from karma also. Therefore, sarva karma sannyasa that you are talking about is not tenable. This is Purva Paksha. Then Siddhanti says, Tanna, it is not true. I am akarta, I am avikriyaha. This jnana definitely takes place. If it does not take place, then the Shastra Upadesha, the statements of the Vedanta Shastra, which reveal the Atma, will become meaningless. Tanna, Siddhanta, it is not so. Tanna, because na jayate ityadi shastropadesha anarthakyat. Yadi jnanam na utpadyate, yadi aham akarta iti jnanam na utpadyate, tarhi na jayate ityadi shastropadesham anarthakam syat. Shastropadesha anarthakah syat. If the jnana does not take place, then the Shastra Upadesha, na jayate mriyate va kadachit, all these Upadesha, the teaching of the Vedanta Shastra, the teaching of the Upanishad, as well as the teaching of Bhagavad Gītā, will become meaningless. It will lose its status of being a pramana. Even for Mimamsaka, the Veda is pramana. Therefore, any statement of the Veda should produce a knowledge. If he argues that the Vedanta Vakya revealing the Atma does not produce knowledge, then he will have to accept that one portion of the Veda is not pramana. If one portion of the Veda is not pramana, he will also have to accept that the other portion of Veda is also not pramana. Because Veda is totally pramana. One cannot say one portion of the Veda is pramana and another portion of the Veda is not pramana. One cannot say that. It is called ardhajaratiya nyaya. See, ardhajaratiya nyaya or ardhanda nyaya. Half of the egg you make omelette, and the rest of the half of the egg you leave it for hatching. It is not possible. If you have to cook the egg, you have to cook whole egg. Likewise, if you are accepting the Veda as pramana, accept entire Veda as pramana. You cannot be choosy about it. Half the Veda I will accept as pramana, half the Veda I will not accept as pramana. You cannot say that. Therefore, we are telling the Purvamimamsaka, if one portion of the Veda is pramana for you, even the other portion of the Veda is pramana. Therefore, if one portion of the Veda produces knowledge, you will have to accept that even the other portion of the Veda produces knowledge. Yathacha, just as Shastropadesha Samarthyat, because of Shastropadesha, because of the potential of Shastropadesha, Dharma Dharmastitva Vijnanam Utpadyate, even you accept that Dharma Adharma Astitva Vijnana, the knowledge of the presence of Dharma and Adharma, where does it arise from? What is the pramana? Veda. Veda Purva is the pramana. And you accept it. There is Dharma, there is Adharma, there is Swarga. Everything you accept. And Kartuscha Dehantara Sambandhi Jnanam, the Karta, one who performs the Dharma and Adharma, he will go to another body after death. Even this jnana arises from the same Veda Pramana. Cha utpadyate, all these arise. All these understandings arise from the Veda Pramana. Tatha, likewise, Shastrat, from the same Shastra, from the same Veda Pramana, Tasyaiva Atmanaha, of the same Atma, who you think Karta, who is earlier thought to be Karta, Avikriyatva Kartrutva Ekatvadi Vijnanam, Avikriyatva, Atma is Avikriyaha, Atma is Akarta, and Atma is Ekaha, Adi, etc. Vijnanam, this understanding, Kasmat na utpadyate, why it does not produce, why it does not originate. Kasmat na utpadyate, why this understanding does not arise when the pramana is same. When the same pramana is revealing this vision also, how can you say this understanding does not arise? Iti prashtavyaste, they should be asked this question. They means the Purvamimamsakaha, Panditam Manyaha. We should ask this question to them. So with this question they are silenced. The Veda Pramana, which gives you the knowledge of Dharma, the same Veda Pramana is revealing the Atma as Avikriyaha, Akarta, and so on. Therefore, you cannot say that the knowledge does not arise. Thus we answered Karmakandi, the Purvamimamsaka, Karmataha. Now, Mimamsaka comes with another argument. He says, Dharma and Adharma can be understood because they are anatma. Our mind can understand them. But when it comes to Atma, Atma is Karana Agocharaha, not available to our senses. Therefore, even if the Shastra reveals them, the jnana cannot happen. This is another argument by the Mimamsaka. We will read. Karana gocharatvaditi chet na manasaivanudrashtavyam iti shrutehe शास्त्राचार्योपदेश शमदमादि संस्कृतं मनः आत्मदर्शने कारणं तथा च तदधिगमाय अनुमाने आगमे च सति ज्ञानं न उत्पद्यते इति साहसमेतत् ज्ञानं च उत्पद्यमानं तद्विपरीतम् अज्ञानम् अवश्यं बाधते इत्यभ्युपगन्तव्यम् करणागोचरत्वादिति चेत्. This is Purva Paksha. Atmanah Karana Agocharatvat. Atma is not available for Karanas. Karana means Indriya. Indriya Agocharatvat. Not available to our senses. The five senses cannot know the Atma. Similarly, even the Manas cannot know the Atma. There are Shruti Vakyas to that effect. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. Taittiriya Upanishad. Yato vacho nivartante. From who the words return. Aprapya. Without reaching the Atma. Aprapya manasa saha, along with manas. Even mind cannot reach the Atma. Yan manasa namanute Kenopanishad, which cannot be known by manas. Yan manasa namanute. Such statements are there in the Shruti Vakya, in the Shruti. Therefore, even Manas cannot know the Atma. Therefore, Karana Agocharatvat. For knowing anything, what faculties do we have? We have only mind. Any knowledge has to happen in the mind. All knowledges are in the mind. Knowledge cannot happen in the teeth. There is nothing called dental knowledge. There is only mental knowledge. Knowing happens only in the intellect, in the Antahkarana. But the Shruti clearly says that the Antahkarana, the Manas, cannot know the Atma. Yan manasana manute. Therefore, even if the Vedas reveal the Atma Tattva, it cannot be known because the mind cannot know it. This is Purva Paksha. Therefore, the jnana cannot arise. Then Siddhanti says, it is not so. No, it is not so. It is not true that jnana does not arise. Because the jnana can arise in the mind. Jnana happens in the mind when one listens to the Vedanta Vakya. The Vedanta Vakya produces a jnana, and the jnana happens in the mind. Where is the proof? Even the Shrutis are there, which say that one can know the Atma with the help of mind. Manasaivanudrashtavyam iti shrutehe. Manasaivanudrashtavyam. It should be known. Anudrashtavyam. Anu means paschat. After Shastra Acharya Upadesha. After receiving the Shastracharya Upadesha, through Shastracharya Upadesha, one can know the Atma with one's mind. Manasa eva anudrashtavyam. One has to know the Atma only with the help of mind. Manasa eva, not with the teeth, not with the stomach. Manasa eva. Manasaiva anudrashtavyam drishyate tvagreya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshibihi. There are many such statements which talk about manas, antahkaranam, as the faculty that is used to know the Atma. But then what does the statements like yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha or yan manasana manute, what do these statements do? Then we have to say that the statement which negates the reach of manas, they are negating phalavyapti. We have two vyaptis, vrittivyapti and phalavyapti. When the Shruti says manas cannot reach Brahman, it negates a phalavyapti. Phalavyapti is not possible. I have explained vrittivyapti and phalavyapti a few days back. I hope you remember that. Phalavyapti is not possible. But when the Shruti says manasaivanudrashtavyam, it affirms the possibility of vrittivyapti. Just like any other object, vrittivyapti is possible even when understanding Brahman is concerned. The jnana happens in the form of a vritti. Then Purvapakshi might ask another question now. I attended a few Vedanta classes, but jnana didn't happen to me. That is why some people try for a few days, once half an hour, they come and sit. Nothing happens, that is why they disappear. They don't come afterwards. They will go to some other classes. But when they listen to Bhāshya, it is all too much for them. So Purva Pakshi says, I attended a few classes of yours, but jnana has not happened. Then we are telling him, your manas should be ready. Any mind cannot get the Atma Jnana. The mind should be prepared for Atma Jnana. See, Shastracharya Upadesha Shamadamadi Samskritam Manaha Atma Darshane Karanam. Shastra Acharya Upadesha and Shamadamadi Samskritam. The manas which is Samskrita, the manas which is refined with the Shama, Dama, etc. All the sadhana chatushtaya. Shama, Dama stand for all sadhana chatushtaya. All qualities that are desirable in a student of Vedanta. And then Shastracharya Upadesha, the teaching of an Acharya. And the Acharya teaches the Shastra. Shastra Acharya Upadesha. Samskritam Manaha, the mind which is refined with these things. Initially it is refined with the Shama, Dama, etc. Chitta Shuddhi. And then it is exposed to the teaching of the Shastra. That kind of manas is a karanam. It is a means to understand the Atma. It serves as a means to understand the Atma Tattva. Tathacha, therefore, tada also, in addition to the availability of manas as a means for Atma Jnana, tathacha also, tad adhigamaya, for the understanding of the Atma Tattva, anumane agame cha sati, there is agama, there is Shastra, whole Vedanta Shastra is there at your disposal as a pramana for Atma Jnana. And in addition to it, there is Anumana also, supporting logics. So many supporting logics, so many logics in favor of the Atma. Anumana Pramana is also available. When these Pramanas are present, then nobody can say Jnana does not happen. Jnana does not happen, nobody can say. I am not understanding, it is possible. But nobody is understanding, it is not true. Those who are ready, those who are sincere, they do understand. Sati, Anumane Agame cha sati, when Anumana Pramana as well as Agama Pramana. First of all, Agama Pramana. Then in support of the Agama, we have Anumana Pramana as well. Jnanam na utpadyate iti. If someone says jnanam na utpadyate, jnana does not take place, then sahasamatram, it is just a sahasa. Sahasametat. It is a sahasa. It is a daring. How dare someone say so? It is just a daring. Daring to establish the impossible. Sahasametat is an expression. Like as we say, how dare you say this? Can you put off this one? I cannot hear. I cannot hear. See, I don't get feedback. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Jnanancha utpadyamanam. And when the jnana arises, definitely it will destroy the ajnana. Utpadyamanam jnanam, the jnana that arises. Tad viparitam ajnanam avashyam badhate. It definitely destroys the ajnana, because ajnana is viparita. Ajnana is opposed to jnana. Therefore, when jnana arises, it destroys the ajnana. Avashyam badhate, destroys. Iti abhyupagantavyam, even this should be accepted. When there is jnana, it does not destroy ajnana. It doesn't happen. If there is jnana, definitely it destroys ajnana. Tacca ajnanam darshitam hantaham hatosmiti ubhau tau na vijanitah iti. Tacca ajnanam darshitam. So now Purva Pakshi may say there is no ajnana at all. What is the proof to say there is ajnana? Then Siddhanti says the same Shastra is showing the ajnana also. Tacca ajnanam darshitam. The ajnana is shown where hantaham hatosmiti. One who says hanta aham, I am the killed, I am the one who killer, hanta. And hatosmi, I am killed, iti. Ubhau tau na vijanitaha, both of them do not know. Ya enam manyate hantaram, yaschainam manyate hatam. Ya enam vetti hantaram, yaschainam manyate hatam. Ubhau tau na vijanito nayam hantina hanyate. This shloka shows the ajnana. One who thinks I am the killer and one who thinks I am killed, both of them are ajnanis. That is how ajnana is shown. One who, the identification as killer and killed is because of ajnana. Atra cha atmanaha हननक्रियायाः कर्तृत्वं कर्मत्वं हेतुकर्तृत्वं च अज्ञानकृतं दर्शितम् अत्र च in this statement Bhagavan shows that Atmanaha Hananakriyayaha Kartrutvam, one's Kartrutva of Hananakriya, one's doership of the action of killing, and Karmatva, one's being an object of the action of killing. Being both subject as well as object of the action of killing, both are, as well as hetu kartrutva, as well as being the causal agent of killing. Hananakriyayaha kartrutvam, Hananakriyayaha karmatvam, and Hananakriyayaha hetu kartrutvam. These three, the doership, the status of being object, and the status of being the causal agent of Hananakriya, of the action of killing. One action is taken up, action of killing. All these three are ajnanakritam, caused by ignorance. It is shown in this shloka, shloka 219, 19th shloka. Ubhautau na vijanitaha nayam hanti na hanyate. So in this shloka, the kartrutva etc. of one action is ruled out. Kartrutva of one action, that is the action of killing, Hananakriya, is because of ajnana. It is shown. Bhāshyakara says the same is applicable to all other actions as well. Tacca sarvakriyasvapi samanam कर्तृत्वादेहे अविद्याकृतत्वं अविक्रियत्वादात्मनः. So what is mentioned for Hananakriya, the action of killing, the same can be extended to other actions as well. Tacca means ajnanakritam kartrutvadikam, the ajnanakritatva of kartrutva etc. Sarvakriyasvapi samanam, it is same for all actions, not just Hananakriya, not just the action of killing, it is same for all actions. What is Tat? Bhāshyakara himself explains. Kartrutvadehe avidyakritatvam. Tat kartrutvadehe avidyakritatvam. Kartrutva etc. means kartrutva, karmatva, and hetu kartrutva. These three, they are all caused by avidya. Avidyakritatvam. Sarvakriyasvapi samanam, it is same for all actions, because the hetu which rules out the kartrutva etc. of Hananakriya, the same hetu is applicable to rule out all other actions. Avikriyatvad atmanaha, because Atma is avikriya. Since Atma is avikriya, kartritva, etc. of all actions are avidyakrita. Vikriyavan hi karta atmanah karma bhutam anyam prayojayati kuru iti. So now one might doubt that even if Atma is avikriyaha, though it cannot have kartritva and karmatva, it can have hetu kartritva. One may think so. It cannot have direct kartritva, but it might have hetu kartritva. It can become causal agent, even if it does not become direct agent. That is what you see in Supari killings. He does not become an agent. He has not done anything, but he gets the other person killed. Why can't the same thing happen with Atma also? Then Siddhanti says, when the kartritva itself is not there, hetu kartritva is not possible. Vikriyavan hi karta. A karta who is vikriyavan, who has vikriyas. To be karta, he has to be vikriyavan. Without vikriya, he cannot become karta. And only when he becomes karta, he can become a hetu karta. Atmanah karma bhutam anyam. He impels another person who is his karma. The karma of the act of impelling. Only when he impels another person who is his karma, the other person to whom he is giving supari is his karma. Atmanah karma bhutam anyam. Another person who is his karma. Prayojayati. He impels him. How? Kuru iti. Please do. At least he has to speak. Kuru iti. Only when he says kuru, the other person does. Therefore, even to become hetu karta, one should have vikriya. One should have modifications. Atma, since it does not have any modifications, it cannot even become hetu karta. Tadetat avisheshena vidushaha sarvakriyasu kartritvam hetu kartritvancha pratishedhati bhagavan vidushaha karmadhikara bhava pradarshanartham veda vinashinam katham sa purushaha ityadina. So far, Bhāshyakara established that a jnani does not have kartrutva as well as hetu kartrutva. Therefore, vidushaha karma bhava is established. And now Bhāshyakara says, Bhagavan shows the same thing in Bhagavad-Gītā. Tadetat, this avisheshena vidushaha sarvakriyasu kartrutvam हेतुकर्तृत्वञ्च प्रतिषेधति भगवान्. Bhagavan pratishedhati. Bhagavan negates. So, tat means tasmat, therefore, because of the present, the previous reasons. Tat means tasmat. Etat pratishedhati. Here, etat pratishedhati. Etat is adverb. Here, Bhagavan is negating. Thus, Bhagavan is negating. Avisheshena, without any distinction, which karma, etc. Sarvakriyas. Not a specific karma, all karmas. Vidushaha sarvakriyasu, sarvakriyasu, in all actions. Kartrutvam, kartrutvam and hetukartrutvam. Kartrutva as well as hetukartrutva of the Vidwan is negated. And why kartrutva and hetukartrutva are negated? Vidushaha karmadhikara abhava pradarsanartham, to show that a jnani is not entitled for karma. Vidushaha karmadhikara abhava, absence of karmadhikara for a jnani, to show that pradarsanartham he negates kartrutva, etc. And he quotes some statements here. Veda vinashinam nityam ityadi, one shloka. Katham sa purushah partha kam ghatayati hantikam ityadina. With such shlokas, with such statements, he negates kartrutva and hetukartrutva. Kva punaha vidushodhikaraha ityetat uktam purvameva jnana yogena sankhyanam iti. Kva punarvidushaha adhikaraha. If a jnani does not have adhikara in karma, if a jnani is not entitled for karma, then where is his adhikara? What is a jnani supposed to do then? If he is not supposed to perform karma, is not expected to perform karma, then what will a jnani do? Then Bhāshyakara says, Etat uktam purvameva. This has been stated already. Where jnana yogena sankhyanam iti. A jnani is committed to jnana. Jnana yogena sankhyanam. He abides in the jnana. Tatha cha sarva karma sannyasam vakshyati. Sarva karmani manasa ityadina. So far, Krishna has not told sarva karma sannyasa in direct terms. He has only implied. But later on, Krishna will clearly state sarva karma sannyasa for a jnani. And the statement is quoted now. Tathacha, also, sarva karma sannyasam vakshyati. Krishna will state later on in chapter 5 sarva karma sannyasa for a jnani. And the statement is sarva karmani manasa sannyasyaaste sukham vashi navadvare pure dehi naiva kurvanna karayan. So based on this shloka, there will be a discussion. We will see tomorrow. We have already seen the shloka yesterday. So please remember what we have discussed in yesterday's class, because the following discussion is going to be based on that shloka. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.